Have you ever thought of how you might react when you meet a strange creature in your farm? For one unsuspecting farmer, a routine day in the cornfields turned into a nightmare when he stumbled upon a strange and horrifying sight. From the scary animal hybrids to discoveries that seemed too unnatural to be real, this moment left the farmer frozen in sadness and horror as he struggled to face reality. Join us as we list out weird and horrific things that were discovered by farmers in their farms and how they reacted to it. Simba long-eared goat. During June 2022, an extraordinary incident occurred at a farm in Karachi, Pakistan's southern city, as an incredibly cute goat was born, charming its owner and all who saw it. Muhammad Nasser Nareho proudly named his goat Simba after noticing its unique physical trait, which is his unusually long ears that stood out from other goats. At the time of his birth, Simba had ears that were a remarkable 21 inches long, impressing Nareho and possibly setting him up to be a record-breaking animal. Simba's ears generated enthusiasm and curiosity among animal lovers and the community due to their impressive size, potentially setting a new record for ear length in goats. As Simba matures, there is a high chance that its ears may grow longer, enhancing its individuality and appeal even more. Nareho, brimming with pride and positivity, stated his confidence that Simba would soon be recognized in the esteemed Guinness World Records after already being named the goat with the longest ears. This desire not only showcases the goat's outstanding physical characteristics, but also mirrors the happiness and excitement that Simba has brought into Nareho's life. To ensure that Simba's extraordinary ears remain healthy and protected, Nareho has taken proactive measures by designing special protective covers. These covers serve a dual purpose. They safeguard Simba's lengthy ears from potential infections and injuries while also allowing the goat to move freely and comfortably around the farm. Nareho's dedication to his beloved goat shows the bond between them and his commitment to providing the best care possible. Two-headed calf. In 2015, farmer Dwight Cruz was amazed when one of his cows in Baker County, Florida, gave birth to an exceptional calf. He named this calf Annabelle with affection, who was born with a rare and striking condition of having two distinct faces. Annabelle's extraordinary physical features consisted of 2 heads, 4 eyes, 2 ears, 2 mouths, and 2 noses, making her quite a sight to see. Having 2 brains in Annabelle's body caused major difficulties for her coordination and overall performance. Due to this rare condition, she faced difficulty in feeding from her mother, a vital aspect for the survival of newborn calves. Acknowledging the challenges Annabelle experienced, Dwight chose to show compassion by giving her nourishment through bottle feeding, which guaranteed that she got the essential nourishment to develop her, not minding the obstacles she faced. Having 2 heads, like in the case of Annabelle, is caused by a rare congenital condition called dicephalic parapagus. This situation is a type of partial twinning that happens when an embryo does not split correctly in the early stages of pregnancy. Genetic factors could contribute to the onset of this condition in certain instances, but the specific causes are not always consistent. Usually, dicephalic parapagus cases lead to poor survival rates in offspring, prompting veterinarians and animal health experts to worry about Annabelle's future health outcomes. They were concerned she could encounter comparable obstacles and potential health issues that could jeopardize her chance of surviving. Although Annabelle's story shows the odds stacked against her, it also captured the hearts of many, drawing attention to the wonders and mysteries of nature. Dwight Cruz's dedication to caring for her and ensuring her well-being became a proof to the bond between humans and animals, as well as the resilience of life in the face of adversity. Super cows. Next on our list is a genetically distinct variety of the Belgian super cow, which emerged from the collaborative efforts of Belgian scientists and farmers during the 19th century. They undertook the task of crossbreeding the indigenous cow with a short-horned bull. Over time, they selectively bred the largest and strongest individuals from each lineage to enhance the all-round quality of the breed. This selective breeding resulted in a variety that exhibited increased muscle mass, leading to higher milk and protein production. The breed's enhanced characteristics can be attributed to a genetic mutation that allows these hybrids to possess 20% more muscle yield compared to an average cow. These super cows are known as Belgian Blue, and they fulfill commercial roles, but it's necessary to note that they are also associated with a range of health complications due to their considerable size. Strange baby. In 2021, a remarkable event unfolded on a farm in the United Kingdom when an alpaca named Inca gave birth to an unusually slender offspring. The sight of the newborn was so unexpected that it first took even the experienced mother by surprise. Weighing in at a mere 13 pounds at birth, the cria, as baby alpacas are called, presented a strikingly delicate figure that raised immediate concerns among onlookers. Alpacas, unlike some other mammals, do not instinctively clean their young after birth. This responsibility fell to the farm owner, who stepped in to ensure the newborn was properly dried off and cared for. As the farmer worked diligently to tend to the fragile creature, Inca watched closely, her maternal instincts kicking in as she observed the gentle handling of her offspring. The newborn appeared particularly weak and vulnerable, especially as the chilly wind swept across the farm, adding to the sense of urgency in the farmer's actions. Despite the initial worries about the cria's health and appearance, the farmer later provided reassurance to those concerned. It is not uncommon for alpaca crias to appear thin and frail at birth. The drying process is crucial as it allows the young ones to fluff up and regain a healthier, more robust appearance. With time and care, the cria was expected to transform from its first fragile state into a more typical, fluffy alpaca. The unusual birth quickly captured the attention of social media users, sparking a flurry of interest and speculation. Many observers took to the internet to share their thoughts, with some humorously suggesting that the baby resembled an extraterrestrial being, or that it was the result of an exceptionally rare and unique birth. The incident not only highlighted the wonders of nature, but also showcased the curiosity and creativity of people when faced with something out of the ordinary. As the story spread, it became a delightful topic of conversation, bringing together animal lovers and the general public in a shared moment of fascination and wonder. A Texas Longhorn from Alabama. These steers are renowned for their distinctive horns, which can extend beyond 100 inches. The average horn span measures over 6 feet, with some steers reaching an impressive 9 feet by the age of 15. This remarkable feature is indeed noteworthy. Another noteworthy thing about a Texas Longhorn named Poncho is that it has made headlines by achieving the prestigious Guinness World Record for having the longest horns of any Longhorn breed. At just 6 years old, Poncho boasts an astonishing horn span that measures 10 feet and 7.4 inches from tip to tip. This remarkable feat not only highlights Poncho's unique physical attributes, but also shows the incredible genetics and care that have contributed to his extraordinary growth. He was raised by the Pope family on their small farm, and from that moment, Poncho has become a beloved member of their household. The family has nurtured him with love and attention, allowing him to thrive in a supportive environment. Despite his imposing size, Poncho is affectionately described as a gentle giant, irrespective of the fact that his imposing size might serve as a threat at first. This particular characteristic makes him a favorite among visitors to the farm and a source of pride for the Pope family. The sheer size of Poncho's horns is particularly striking, especially when compared with the men standing beside him. This visual comparison serves to illustrate the remarkable length of his horns, which seem to stretch endlessly. Poncho's impressive stature and friendly nature have not only earned him a place in the record books, but have also made him a symbol of the Texas Longhorn breed's unique characteristics and charm. As Poncho continues to grow and thrive, he serves as a reminder of the beauty and wonder of nature, as well as the deep bond that can exist between humans and animals. A farmer saves fawn. A farmer observed a pregnant deer giving birth to a healthy fawn in a place close to his farm. The sight was a heartwarming one as the sun cast a golden hue over the landscape, illuminating the tender moment between the mother and her newborn. The fawn, with its delicate spots and wobbly legs, took its first tentative steps, nuzzling against its mother, who watched over it with a protective gaze. However, the following day brought a different scene. The tranquil morning air was disturbed by the sound of the mother deer's cries, a haunting melody of distress that echoed through the field. It was clear to Pete Wesley, a 55-year-old farmer with a deep love for nature, that something was amiss. He had always felt a kinship with the wildlife that roamed near his land, and the sorrowful calls of the mother deer tugged at his heartstrings. Determined to help, Pete set out on a quest to locate the fawn. He traversed the familiar paths of his farm, his eyes scanning the underbrush and the edges of the woods. As he walked, he listened intently, hoping to catch another sound that might lead him to the lost baby deer. His search soon led him to a small rabbit hole nestled at the base of a gnarled tree. From within, he could hear faint squeaking sounds, a noise that seemed out of place in the otherwise serene environment. Convinced that the fawn had somehow become trapped inside the burrow, Pete knelt down beside the hole. With a mix of concern and determination, he reached into the darkened space, feeling around for the source of the distress. His fingers brushed against something soft and warm, and he quickly grasped the neck of the distressed baby deer, carefully pulling it from the earth. As the fawn emerged, it blinked in the bright light, its wide eyes filled with fear and confusion. But instinct kicked in, and without hesitation, the frightened fawn darted away from Pete, its little legs carrying it swiftly back to its mother. The reunion was a beautiful sight. The mother deer, who had been anxiously waiting, immediately recognized her offspring and nuzzled it affectionately, her cries of distress transforming into soft, soothing sounds of relief. With a sense of fulfillment washing over him, Pete watched as the two deer shared a moment of connection. Dramatic elephant CPR. Have you ever witnessed an elephant receiving cardiopulmonary resuscitation, CPR? Likely not. However, when a farmer discovered a mother elephant and her calf trapped in a 7-foot deep hole in Nakhon Nayok province, Thailand, he promptly contacted veterinarians for assistance. The rescue team, along with several local farmers, utilized a crane to extricate the mother elephant. Tragically, in her frantic attempt to safeguard her offspring, the distressed mother accidentally rendered herself unconscious by colliding with a concrete structure. The intense situation escalated when the veterinarians determined that administering CPR was essential for the mother's survival. Observing the 1-year-old calf anxiously awaiting her mother's revival was profoundly touching. Fortunately, the mother recovered and both elephants were able to return to their natural habitat. Get ready to sit at the tip of your seat because the next on this list is something you never imagined. A farmer finds tangled snake. In the lush, verdant fields of southern Thailand, a 60-year-old farmer named Bonsa Naktongku was tending to her land when she made a startling observation. Near the tranquil pond that bordered her field, she spotted 2 snakes entwined in a passionate embrace. Upon closer inspection, Bonsa identified the pair as king cobras, the largest venomous snakes in the world, engaged in a mating ritual along the protective fence she had erected to safeguard her ducks from potential wild predators. Realizing the urgency of the situation, as the snakes were dangerously entangled in the netting, Bonsa quickly sought assistance. The footage of this remarkable encounter was captured in Phang Nga, a region known for its rich biodiversity and natural beauty. Soon, 2 local men arrived to help with the rescue operation, fully aware of the delicate nature of the task ahead. The male snake measured an impressive 8 feet in length, while the female was slightly smaller at 7 feet. Both snakes had become severely ensnared in the fencing material, their bodies twisted and trapped in a web of ropes and netting. The rescuers approached the situation with caution. Understanding the potential danger posed by the powerful reptiles, they carefully maneuvered to secure the snake's jaws, ensuring that they could handle the creatures safely while they worked to free them. With steady hands and a keen eye, the men began the painstaking process of cutting away the ropes and netting that bound the snakes. It was a delicate operation, requiring both skill and patience, as they had to avoid causing harm to the snakes while ensuring their own safety. After several tense moments, their efforts paid off. The king cobras were finally liberated from their entrapment, their sleek bodies now free to move. Once freed, the snakes were gently placed into 2 separate sacks, ensuring that they would be transported safely. The rescuers understood the importance of returning the snakes to their natural habitat, where they could continue their vital role in the ecosystem, so they took them back to the wild, allowing them to resume their lives in the lush surroundings of Phang Nga, far from the dangers of human encroachment. Bonsa Naktongku watched with relief and gratitude, knowing that her quick thinking and the efforts of the rescuers had saved these magnificent creatures. Human hybrid pig. This unbelievable moment unfolds in the agriculturally prosperous town of Moronga, Kenya, where farming is a predominant occupation. Among the local farmers was James Wills, who specialized in selling pork products at the community market and maintained a farm with 6 pregnant pigs. Upon the arrival of the piglets, Wills experienced immense joy. However, his elation was short-lived when he encountered the last piglet, which bore an uncanny resemblance to a human-pig hybrid. This peculiar sight sparked a frenzy on the internet, captivating audiences with the tale. However, the incident was later revealed to be a fabrication, as the so-called hybrid was actually an art model created by a German artist, misrepresented online as a genuine human-pig hybrid. This incident might have been just a fiction, but a story about a human-pig hybrid actually happened in South America. This took place when a farmer in South America experienced an extraordinary moment when he discovered an unusual piglet among a recent litter of 8. One of his pigs had successfully given birth to a healthy group of piglets. However, one particular piglet exhibited strikingly abnormal characteristics that resembled a human-pig hybrid. This peculiar piglet appeared significantly weaker than its siblings, struggling to stand while the others frolicked around energetically. There is a considerable likelihood that this piglet may not survive. Nevertheless, the manner in which the farmer handled the creature was quite distressing, as he failed to show the necessary compassion and respect for this unfortunate being. Farmer finds mammoth's skull. A farmer from Chelsea, Michigan, was tending to his fields when his hoe struck an object buried in the soil. The individual, identified as James Bristol, was entirely oblivious to the fact that he had unknowingly uncovered one of the most significant archaeological finds of the decade. Initially, he suspected that he had encountered a buried fence post in his soybean field. However, upon further excavation, it was revealed to be the rib cage of the largest mammal to have ever inhabited the earth. He shared the news with archaeologists from the University of Michigan, and they immediately secured the site and dedicated the entire day to the careful extraction of the discovery. It was late gathered that the remains belonged to an adult male, likely in its 40s at the time of death, and represented the most complete mammoth skeleton ever recovered. This specimen is estimated to have lived between 10,000 and 15,000 years ago, showing that he might have been butchered by early humans who subsequently placed it in a pond to aid in the preservation of its meat. Giant armadillo's shell. A farmer was traversing his land when he noticed a spherical object near the riverbank. His first response was one of overwhelming excitement, as he believed he had stumbled upon a dinosaur eggshell. This assumption is understandable given the object's appearance. However, it turned out to be far more significant than he anticipated. As he began to excavate, he was unaware that he was on the verge of uncovering one of the most substantial archaeological finds of the decade. Experts were subsequently summoned, and the 20,000-year-old fossilized spheres were identified as the armored shells of glyptodonts. Each shell measured nearly 3 feet in diameter and was 2 inches thick. The family unearthed 3 additional shells, the largest of which was comparable in size to a Volkswagen Beetle. Glyptodonts, the ancestors of contemporary armadillos, possessed large, rounded armored shells and could weigh up to a ton. These creatures inhabited South America for tens of millions of years. A sheep with a goat face. In the year 2000, an Irish farmer stumbled upon a remarkable and unexpected discovery that would capture the attention of animal enthusiasts and scientists alike. On his farm, a lamb was born that exhibited a strikingly unusual appearance, resembling a goat more than a typical sheep. This peculiar sight prompted the farmer to reflect on the circumstances surrounding the ewes mating. He recalled that during the ewe's fertile period, there were no male sheep available for her to mate with. This led him to a fascinating conclusion. The ewe must have mated with a male goat, resulting in this extraordinary hybrid. The offspring, affectionately dubbed a geep, was a captivating blend of 2 distinct species, a male goat and a female sheep. The Jeep showcased a unique combination of traits, possessing the head and facial features of a goat, complete with its characteristic beard and expressive eyes, while its body was enveloped in a thick, soft wool coat typical of sheep. This striking contrast between its goat-like head and sheep-like body made the Jeep an endearing and charming creature, one that stood out among the usual farm animals. The emergence of the Jeep not only sparked curiosity among the local community, but also raised intriguing questions about the possibilities of hybridization in the animal kingdom. The uniqueness of this animal, with its delightful quirks and unusual lineage, led many to ponder the appeal of having such a fascinating creature as a pet. Who wouldn't be enchanted by the idea of a Jeep, with its playful behavior and distinctive appearance, prancing around the yard? The Jeep's existence challenged conventional notions of breeding and species boundaries, inviting discussions about the wonders of nature and the potential for unexpected combinations. As word of the Jeep spread, it became a symbol of the unexpected joys that can arise from the natural world. Animal lovers and curious onlookers flocked to the farm to witness this extraordinary hybrid, eager to learn more about its origins and characteristics. The farmer, once just a humble caretaker of livestock, found himself at the center of a captivating story that highlighted the beauty of diversity in nature and the endless possibilities that lie within the animal kingdom. Baby burial tree. You won't believe that the Tarajan people of Indonesia, characterized by one of the most distinctive belief systems globally, have an economy that is predominantly based on agriculture and tourism. And currently there's a farm whereby they practice a variety of unique burial traditions. Among these, the most remarkable is their custom of interring their deceased infants within trees. This particular grave is dedicated to a baby who passed away before growing a milk teeth. They hold the conviction that infants who pass away before the emergence of their milk teeth are inherently pure and devoid of sin, so they deserve to return to nature. The infants are carefully wrapped in ferns, and the cavity is created within a tara tree to serve as their final resting place. This burial custom is observed in the secluded regency of Tanah Toraja, a mountainous area located in South Sulawesi, Indonesia. Hadzab climb baobab tree. This particular tree species is widely recognized for its extraordinary ability to retain water within its trunk, a characteristic that has earned it the common designation of the bottle tree. This name aptly reflects its unique morphology, as the tree's trunk can store an astonishing volume of water, up to 100,000 gallons in some instances. Given the substantial size and impressive stature of this remarkable tree, it is entirely reasonable to assume that it indeed retains significant amounts of water, making it a vital resource in its native environment. The tree's spongy trunk is specially adapted to absorb and hold this stored water, allowing it to endure prolonged periods of arid conditions and drought. This adaptation is crucial for its survival in regions where water is scarce, enabling the tree to thrive in environments that would otherwise be inhospitable. The ability to store such large quantities of water not only benefits the tree itself, but also plays a critical role in the surrounding ecosystem. In northern Tanzania, the Hadza people, who represent one of the last remaining hunter-gatherer tribes in the world, have developed a unique relationship with these bottle trees. They are frequently observed climbing these towering giants to extract clean drinking water from their trunks. This practice highlights the resourcefulness and adaptability of the Hadza, who have learned to utilize the natural resources available to them in their environment. The bottle tree thus serves as a vital source of hydration for the Hadza, illustrating the interconnectedness of human life and the natural world. This makes us to realize that the wonders of our planet are truly remarkable in numerous respects, showcasing the incredible adaptations of flora and fauna that allow them to thrive in diverse and often challenging conditions. Farmers and cows. Maternal instincts in cows are notably strong, as these animals exhibit a high degree of protectiveness and possessiveness towards their calves. This instinctual behavior is deeply rooted in their biology, ensuring the survival of their young in the wild. When farm personnel approach to tag the young, the mothers can react aggressively, often perceiving any intrusion as a direct threat to their offspring. This protective nature can lead to tense situations on the farm, where the safety of both the workers and the animals is at stake. One dairy farmer experienced a particularly challenging day, similar to the post-weekend blues many individuals face. After a weekend of rest, he returned to the farm only to find himself in an uncertain situation. The cows, especially the mothers, were on high alert, and as he attempted to tag the calves for identification purposes, he found himself dodging the aggressive advances of the protective mothers. The stress of the situation was compounded by the fact that he had a busy schedule ahead, with numerous tasks to complete and limited time to address the escalating tensions in the pasture. In response to this issue, farm owners have devised a strategy that involves utilizing horses to safeguard the calves from their overprotective mothers. Horses, being naturally agile and intelligent animals, can be trained to help manage cattle effectively. By introducing a skilled horse into the mix, the farm personnel can create a buffer between the cows and the workers, allowing for a safer environment during tagging and other necessary procedures. A particularly astute red stallion has proven effective in maintaining a safe distance between the ranch manager and the cow. This stallion, with his keen instincts and calm behavior, has become an invaluable asset on the farm. With the red stallion acting as a mediator, the ranch manager can carry out his duties with greater confidence, knowing that he has a reliable partner by his side. This innovative approach not only enhances safety, but also fosters a deeper understanding of the animal's behavior, allowing the farm to operate more efficiently while respecting the natural instincts of the cows. Sacred crocodiles. The most terrifying reptiles on Earth, often feared and misunderstood, are regarded as highly sacred by the inhabitants of Basel, a small yet vibrant community nestled in the heart of Africa. This unique relationship between the locals and these formidable creatures is a striking contrast to the common perception of crocodiles as mere predators. Visitors to this region may find themselves captivated by the astonishing sight of young children engaging in playful antics around the enormous crocodiles, feeding them with a sense of ease ease and familiarity that challenges conventional expectations. The scene is both mesmerizing and surreal. Children laugh and squeal with delight as they toss food to the massive reptiles, who respond with surprising gentleness. This harmonious interaction is a proof to the deep-rooted cultural beliefs that permeate the community. Local farmers, too, play a crucial role in this extraordinary dynamic, taking it upon themselves to cater to the needs of these reptiles. They believe that the crocodiles are not just animals but divine beings, integral to their well-being and prosperity. This reverence is not merely a whimsical tradition, it is a profound aspect of their identity and way of life. The origins of this sacred bond date back to the 1500s, during a period of severe drought that threatened the very survival of the community. According to local legend, a magnificent crocodile emerged as a savior, leading the desperate villagers to a hidden source of fresh water. This miraculous event not only quenched their thirst but also revitalized their agricultural endeavors, allowing crops to flourish once more. The crocodile's act of guidance and generosity established its status as a revered figure within the community, and since that time, the people of Basel have honored and protected these reptiles, viewing them as guardians of their land and livelihood. As a result, the relationship between the inhabitants of Basel and the crocodiles is steeped in mutual respect and understanding. The locals have developed rituals and practices that celebrate this connection, ensuring that the crocodiles are treated with the utmost care. Festivals are held in their honor, where offerings are made, and stories of the legendary crocodile are told, reinforcing the bond between the people and these magnificent reptiles.